How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to the MLB The Show 23 Franchise Building Challenge. So I got this interesting challenge here today. So I did $1 billion budget challenge. I've done that a couple times in the game. But this time, I want to see if I can build the cheapest team to win a World Series. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a fantasy draft. We're going to try to build a team of, the smallest budget in terms of team salaries. We're going to see if we could do it. I don't know how we're going to figure that out, how that's going to work. So maybe there's like a threshold of if I can build a championship team, I don't know, under 70 million, 50 million? No, I don't even know. We'll figure out the numbers, but either way, we're going to try to build the cheapest team to win a World Series. That's the whole goal of the video. Leave a like, subscribe, enjoy the content, comment on some videos, socials, playlists, section on the main channel down in the description. If you like the content, me TJP. With that being said, it's time to get on the gameplay. Alright, so we're about to pick the team. And by the way, I guess we could call this the Moneyball challenge if you want to go that route. You know, we're competing against teams with a bigger budget. I mean, theoretically speaking, would have a bigger budget, but I don't know. It depends on the team we get. 3, 2, 1, stop. We're using the Reds. Okay. I mean, it actually makes sense if we would use the Oakland A's, but do I want to use them? Should we use them? I mean, it's going to be a fantasy draft anyway, so not that it really matters, but we'll use the Reds. And just in case you guys are curious, we're going to do a fantasy draft and then the CPU pick for me. We got pick 19. Again, any bad contract, we're going to try to trade them, so that's how it's going to work. I'm curious to see who we got with our first pick, but we can look at that after. Not a problem. Let's see what the squad's looking like. I'm excited. So we'll just fix all this stuff, change up all the sliders and things of that nature. Do we want injuries on? I don't think so. We're gonna decrease them. We'll keep them low. We'll have them on. I don't need sliders, so saved. I think they're here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can keep it as is. We can keep them down. Still have the injuries on. So let's look at the roster. See what we got. So Marcus Semien, he's got a big contract, and so does Trey Turner. So both of those guys are gone. Corbin Carroll. I mean, if we want to build around him, that's a good guy to have. We got a lot of guys on big contracts here. Edward Cabrera is a good guy to potentially have on our team. Yeah, it's all about trying to build a team that doesn't have the smallest budget that we can. So, in terms of player salaries, 167 million. What would be our goal here? I guess our goal would be to maybe get like under 60 million. If is it possible? I don't know. We'll see. Alright, for starters, I'm going to do this with the Orioles. We're going to get Felix Bautista and Luis Suarez for Marcus Semien and Matt Barnes. That's a big trade right there. It's going to free up a lot of money, and we get a good second baseman still under arbitration. And also, we get a really good closing pitcher as well in Felix Bautista. Alright, I'm going to do this deal here with the Pirates. Get Jeremy Pena and Irving Lopez for Trey Turner, Nick Ahmed. Yeah, I mean, Jeremy Pena making not a lot of money. He's going to help us out immensely for this challenge. So, player number 2 on the list. Beautiful stuff. I'm going to do this deal with the Cardinals. We're going to get Christian Javier for Lucas Giolito, Salvador Perez, and Carlos Santana. I know Javier's making a little bit amount of money, but he's obviously really good. He's going to help us out immensely. I do need a catcher now, so I think I'm going to throw in maybe Adam Frazier because I don't need him. We have a surplus of shortstops here. I mean, we could throw in like a young guy. And we got a lot of right fielders. We have MJ Melendez, who's a right fielder. I guess he's a catcher, but I guess he's now a right fielder. We'll throw him in. I'm going to see if I can get a good catcher that's not that expensive. Tyler Stevenson might be our guy. So, Brewers, thank you very much. And I think we're good. Now, let us just take a look at the budget and the player salaries here. So, we're at $78 million right now. $78 million, that's not a lot. That's not a lot at all, and I think we could get even less. But for now, I think we're on a pretty good stuff here. So, I mean, we're going to simulate. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We'll see how good this team's going to be. But we're going to just, let's advance to the regular season. Just take a look at the lineups first. So, I mean, this is the lineup we're going to go with. It's not too bad. Our bench is pretty solid. It looks good. Yeah, Corbin Carroll's our best position player right now in terms of overall. And then, yeah, we got Christian Javier, Whitlock, Domingo Germán, Roy Cabrera, Adrian Sampson. I mean, there's still some guys that we could look to move. Of course, we got Felix Bautista in that bullpen. It's actually a solid team. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs this year, but hey, we got some young guys that are able to develop, and we're going to keep them around, so on very inexpensive contracts. So it works for me. Let's keep it up, and I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We're 42-50 right now. Not great in our first season. Got a couple guys on that injury list here. Bill Knight. Oof, that sucks for you, my friend. Let's take a look at the standings. One more time. And yeah, we're 7.5 games out. I mean, no way we're going to be making that postseason here. At least not this season, which is not a problem. You know, we're going to go more than one season. But we got Norman Monahan playing right field right now. Okay. Luis, what do you hit? 257. I need to hit a bit higher than that, buddy. Corbin Carroll's okay. Jared Walshman really good. Tyler Stevenson having a good year. Okay. There's some potential. But definitely not quite there just yet. Christian Javier hasn't been that great for us this year. Domingo Ron's been really good. Okay. Our bullpen has been not that great. I mean, Bautista's been solid, 22 saves. Some guys up and down. Anthony Bass, I want you off my team. But he's going to be a free agent, so we're not going to be re-signing him anyway. Okay. So, I guess we could try to make a couple moves here. And see if there's anything out there. If there's any bad contracts, I'm going to trade now to get some maybe like younger guys or prospects. Like that would be an option. I'm going to throw Bass in. I don't really think I need him, so we throw him in there, and maybe I don't know, like Kirk Casale. Don't really necessarily need him. And yeah, we'll just figure out if we can get some younger guys for our squad. Joey Menezes from the Rangers for Anthony Bass, Kurt Casale, and Mickey McDonald. I needed a right fielder, so might as well do that trade right there. And again, we're shedding a little bit more budget here on that player's salary. $73 million. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, still need to get it lower, but we will get it lower. Don't worry. And we just got to keep our young guys intact. So let's keep simulating. Again, I don't expect to make the postseason this year. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. See what ends up happening. We went exactly 500 as a team. Not good enough to make the postseason. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Let's take a look. Get some awards. Corbin Carroll, Rookie of the Year. That's cool to see. He's signed to that contract, though, at $13.9 million, which is a lot. But, I mean, I guess he could be our guy. I mean, he's on a bargain. For a 91 overall, 22 years old, $13.9 million is pretty good. So, I mean, we'll take it. In terms of injury list, Stallmont was hurt. But, yeah, that guy, Bill Knight. It doesn't really matter. I'm not really doing too much on the injuries anyway. For the most part, though, the lineup looked okay. Josh Lowe, pretty solid. Harold Ramirez was decent. Luis Ariz was good. Yeah, we had about two something as a team. Manuel Rivera. Definitely need to get a better third baseman. I have a couple guys in mind. But yeah, bench, not so much. Rotation-wise, I mean, Christian Javier definitely had a bit of a down year. For us, didn't do that great. Actually, his worst season to date, this guy. Garrett Whitlock, Domingo Germán was really good. Yeah, we could definitely use some pitching. So we'll have to look, in free agency for some guys. Bautista was good, 43 saves. All right, I mean, listen, we've got I don't know how many seasons we're to do. I think I could do 5 at most. I'm going to do 5, but we'll see how long it takes to win a championship. Again, we got to free up some more money, so we're going to be doing that, and we'll end up seeing what happens and see who we can pick up, though, like in terms of talent, better talent upgrade. The Guardians beat the Mets, so good for the Guardians. They get a World Series. Let's go on to the next season. So free agency is upon us. I might sign a few guys. I can't actually make any trades. I literally have no trades that I could actually make, so it's kind of crazy. Not a problem. I do want to maybe get another pitcher, but I don't want to spend too much, so maybe like a Jack Flaherty could be decent. One of these guys that isn't going to cost me or break the bank. I feel like I do need a third baseman as well, so I'm going to try to go after some guys, see if we can get somebody, some players for the team, and we'll kind of just go from there. I'm not going to spend too much money. That's the whole goal. I'm pretty much going to be done in free agency. I only made some minor signings. I mean, I got back a lot of our guys, but I did get, like, Brian Anderson, Michael Lorenzen, we picked him up, Matt Whistler, to add to our bullpen. So nothing too crazy in terms of signings, but we got some of our guys we needed to get. I mean, I could try to look to make some trades here for some players that maybe we don't really want anymore on the team, like, I'm just trying to, like, Andrew Wentz, for example, although I kind of wouldn't mind having him on the team, but I'm just saying, like, guys out there that maybe we can move, or, some cheaper contracts. We could maybe do like a deal like this: Fox, Rivas, and like, I don't know, one of these guys down here. And it gives us maybe, I don't know, like somebody that's a little bit less expensive. Like we could do something like that. Like I can get Will Wilson, for example, 25-year-old shortstop from the Orioles. Shea Cozart, right? Like guys like that might make the most sense to do. Actually, I'll do this deal. We get a 70 overall, so I'm gonna do that trade with the Sox. And yeah, there we go. So something like that, just small moves. Let's just simulate to the start of the second season and see where we are. At the start of the second season, let's take a look at our budget. We're at $90 million. That's a little high. But I guess as long as we stay under 100. But I would like to get lower. So there's definitely some moves we could theoretically make. I mean, do I get rid of like Corbin Carroll, Christian Javier, maybe Luis or like, do I get rid of those guys for cheaper dudes? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that there's an option out there for that to be a thing. But I guess if we look at, the Blue Jays have an even cheaper budget than we do. I would love to get Joe Ryan if I could. I mean, Reed Detmers would be also interesting for the add to our rotation. So if I get Reed Detmers, I give you like Garrett Whitlock, who, is not coming off a great season. I give you him. I give you, let's see, who else down here? Like Casey Sadler and J.R. Ritchie. Okay, that wouldn't work. But maybe if I threw in, trying to see if there's anybody here that you might be enticed by taking to get like a Detmers. No, not even Junior. Jared Walsh. I don't want to give up anyone up here. They would want like Brian Ayers. They would want Tyler Stevenson. I'm not going to give you guys Tyler Stevenson. They got a good catcher. Cal Raleigh. I mean, if you give me Cal Raleigh, is that worth it? No, it's not. I don't want to give up Tyler Stevenson for that. Okay, so I think for now we'll just hold off on making any moves. As long as we stay on that $100 million, I think then I'd call it a success. But I do think we're gonna make some moves the All-Star break, try to shed some money. So let's simulate there and see how good this team's gonna be. Well, our team is absolutely terrible, 37-54. We are really underperforming, and I actually forgot to show you guys the roster that we had, but not that it matters. Here you can see it now. I mean, Josh Lowe, Joey Menez has been solid. Luis is hitting 334. Corbin Carroll's having a bit of a down year, but he's on fire as of late. Pena's been terrible. Shea Cozart, the guy we traded for. Norman Monahan's been good. Our pitching, I feel like, has been bad. Javier, decent. Could be better, though. Michael Benson's been awful. What an awful signing he was. He's been brutal. Casey Sadler's not doing too good. Josh Stallmont's been terrible. So, Felix Bautista's not having a great year either. Yeah, I mean, we got to make a few moves, I think. I mean, we're not going to make the postseason again, so we might as well just try to make some trades. So, let's see what's out there in the market. Try to free up some more budget for, the upcoming seasons and try to get better players. Players that'll actually be, want to perform, because right now we don't have that. All right, I'm going to do this deal with the Rockies. I know I'm giving Corbin Carroll, but we're getting Steven Kwan, Brett Beatty, and Drew Rasmussen, so we get 3 pretty good players for Corbin Carroll. I'm going to do that. And again, just save money by doing that, so I'll take it. I'm also going to see if I can move Christian Javier then. And then we'll just have nobody above that $10 million salary. So I don't know who would be the guy we'd want to trade for. I mean, I could do another trade with the Rockies and get Taj Bradley. I mean, he's going to be under renewables for the next few seasons, so we might as well try to get him. So, I mean, they would do something like this. I would be willing to listen. So, yeah, I mean, anybody else down here that is making a ton of moolah that we can try to get another player here. Jacob Stallings. Definitely don't need him, but I do need another catcher then if I'm going to trade him. So, Luis Camposano. Yeah, that works for me. So we're going to do that trade. Christian Javier, Drew Hudson, Jacob Stallings for Bradley and Camposano. Probably losing it, but hey, not a big deal. Our budget right now is not the lowest in the league. The Rangers still have a smaller budget than we do, but we're not winning, so I'm not too worried. We're not going to be winning this season anyway. I will just keep it up and see what ends up happening. I mean, right now, if we look at our player salaries, we are at 65 million, so that's promising. Luis Suarez is our most expensive player right now, so probably looking to have to trade him at some point. But yeah, let's simulate the end of the season. Again, we're not gonna make the postseason, so I'm not too worried about it. 37.54 is pretty putrid, if you ask me. 23.89, not very good whatsoever. Didn't make the postseason, clearly. Yeah, not a very good team this year. But that's all right. Luis Suarez led the league in batting average and hits. That's about it. So he's probably going to get the batting title. Yep. And that is all she wrote. Injury list. Nobody there. Not that it really matters. Because again, injuries really aren't on, but they are. I mean, we got Stephen Kwan now. Joey Menezes. Okay. I mean, we still have a pretty solid team. Obviously, I have Brett. He used to be here for a while. He's got arbitration and all that. You know, Jerry Pena on a relatively inexpensive contract, so there's that. Our bench. Bench is the bench. Pitching-wise, Drew Rasmussen's our new, like, ace, Whitlock. Bradley, who's here. We got Domingo Germán, and then we got Eduardo Cabrera up here now. That's pretty cool to see. Michael Lorenzen has absolutely been a terrible signing, so we're going to move him in the offseason. Casey Sadler, I think we just let him walk because he's been brutal. Matt Whistler, also not doing that great, so maybe we move him. Stallmont's been terrible. Yeah, our bullpen was brutal. Zach Jackson, not very good. Bautista was okay. Yeah, definitely some work to be done. But we are at a pretty low budget, like I said, $65 million for player salaries. We got to keep it going, though. We got to get it lower. But also, we got to try to get better because we're in our second season and we've gotten worse. So we need to figure out how to progress as Orioles beat the Cardinals in the World Series, which is not a surprise. The Orioles have a really good team. I think they got like Julio and Shohei on their squad, so they have a nice 1-2 punch there. So let's go on to the offseason. We're at free agency. I mean, again, can't really sign any of the big guys, but I'm going to offer. I offered Domingo Germán. We'll see if he decides to stay with us or not. But I'm going to move a couple of guys here. Mistaken Michael Lorenzen picking you up, my friend. So we're going to move him. We're going to move Whistler in a contract, and just try to get some like prospects. Manuel Rivera, we'll move him as well too. I don't really need him. So yeah, we'll see if these guys can get me anything decent in terms of prospects. I will have prospects. It doesn't really matter who we get. Like an A potential guy, that'd be kind of sweet. And again, we're just trying to shed some money here. I guess this would the Rays be decent. We get some 3 decent prospects. That's an A potential, but it's not really that great. This guy here, actually Guardians, Lawrence Ryan, but he's a closer. I could feel like he could do better. I mean, I'm just looking to see if there's anything out there that would make sense. Again, not that these guys would even really play. But I guess you never know. Maybe in a season or two, somebody like picks. I mean, Tommy Reeves from the Marlins. We get this one guy. I mean, that could be pretty helpful. You know, yeah, we'll do that trade. We'll get Tommy Reeves. Why not? He's an 18-year-old, so that'd be kind of cool to have him on the squad as first baseman. So yeah, Tommy Reeves will own the team. Our budget right now is player salary is obviously really low because again we don't have anybody on the team right now. So we're gonna maybe look to make a couple moves in free agency, try to sign some guys to help out our squad, and yeah, we'll maybe pick up another arm like a Caleb Ferguson, not too expensive. Then we'll throw him a deal and kind of just go from there. Get Deacon Murray for Tristan Beck and Tommy Nance. Just a small move to shed a tad bit more cash. But in terms of free agency signings, we got Germán Marquez, new pitcher. Will Myers, signed him. Nothing too crazy, and then we just signed a lot of our other guys we offer contracts to. So we'll end up seeing what happens at the start of the third season, see what our budget's at, and we'll kind of just go from there. Right, so we're at the start of the third season. Let's take a look here and see what our team is looking like. I'm going to show you guys this time and not forget. I mean, it's not too bad. Our lineup looks okay. Our best player right now is Jerry Pena overall, but he has not been really playing like it. But it looks okay. The team is not too bad. I mean, we got guys on decent contracts. Our bench is okay. I think I mentioned I picked up Will Myers Jr. He's still 21, so I mean he's young. A lot of young guys. Rotation: Rasmussen, Whitlock, Cabrera, Marquez, and Adrian Sampson. Not great, but it'll do. it'll do. Our bullpen is average at best, but, Bautista's pretty dang good, so we'll see what ends up happening with him. Our budget is at $68 million. That's where we want to be. So in terms of our budget, we're looking pretty good there. Not a ton of money there being playing around. So that's cool to see. I'm trying to think if there's any other things we might want to do. I mean, I guess we'll take a look at maybe trades. 60.35. Is that the lowest in the league? No, the Nationals have 64 somehow. Dang. Okay, yeah, they're definitely... And the Marlins are a little bit lower, too. We're close, but not quite in terms of budget. Yankees at 61. Okay. I mean, as long as we could stay under that, that threshold of 100 million, then it's a Moneyball challenge in my book. So let's keep it up. Let's simulate, and I'll see you guys at the All-Star break once again. Decent season at 40 and 42. Still not quite there yet, but we do have a wild card. So that's at least something to be a little bit happy about. So we'll kind of just see if we can keep it up. In terms of our lineups, how we looking here? I mean, Norman Monahan's been excellent. Stephen Kwan, decent. Luis, not bad. Maybe look to move him now and try to get, a second baseman because, he's going to want a lot of money, I think. I don't know. Maybe we'll re-sign, maybe we won't. Tyler Stevenson, he's still around. He's doing okay. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's the move. Campusano off the bench has been good. So is Will Myers. Pitching rotation-wise, Whitlock has been Rasmussen's been Bradley's been good. Yeah, our starting rotation has been great. Our bullpen is pretty thin, but honestly, it's been not too bad, except Bautista has not been very good. So, I think we make a trade for a second baseman. Ezekiel Duran, maybe he's the guy we try to go after. Just only because, also, too, look at that. Norman Monahan, All-Star. Hale Ramirez was an All-Star, too. Yeah, just because, I want to save some money, so let's see what's out there in the market, and try to shed our budget. I mean, like I said, right now we are at $75 million now, so it's a little bit higher. So let's see if there's any moves we can make to shrink that down. With the Cardinals, we're going to give up Luis Suarez, German Marquez, and Jared Walsh for Ezekiel Duran and Jace Vines. Marquez hasn't been very good with us anyway, so might as well move him. I do need another starting pitcher, though, so it's I could get rid of Jordan Lyles and maybe, Sampson or Sampson, try to get another pitcher. Stallmont, he's in AAA. So if maybe we did something like that and tried to get another starting pitcher, I'd be happy. So let's just see what's out there in the market to shed a little bit more budget and try to get another starting pitcher. Angels, we got Justice Sheffield and Rodis Vizcaino for Lyles, Sampson, and Stallmont. So we're going to do that trade there with them. And that is, I think, all the moves we're going to be making here. Still, again, not the cheapest team. The Astros are a bit, and also the Nationals and the Rangers. But still, in terms of our budget, we are at $53 million now. So we did shed a little bit of money there. I mean, we'll see if this team can kind of keep it up, maybe make a wild card, and we'll just go from there. All right, well, first season of making the postseason, 88 and 74, we didn't win our division, we won the wild card and take on the Cardinals. That's what I meant to say. Holy hell, I couldn't speak there for a moment. But yeah, 88 wins, tied with the Cardinals, got a wild card spot. Not the best team in the MLB, the Orioles are. But that's okay. League leaders, Ezekiel Duran with 12 triples lead the way. That's cool to see. Our lineup looked like it was okay. Stevens is doing Tyler Stevenson things. Jeremy Pena hitting 228 is just not good, man. That's just not good. And a lot of people are like, oh, you traded a good fielder. It's guys, fielding doesn't really matter that much in the sim. It doesn't. It doesn't matter that much. It matters a little bit. But what hitting matters so much more in the sim, guys. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the simulation, not actual real life baseball. We're talking about the sim. Rotation. Taj Bradley, really good. But other than that, Justice Sheffield was god-awful. Oof, 6.91 ERA. But that might not have been with us. Chase Petty, terrible. Middle of the bullpen was okay, except for Wentz. He was could have been better. And our back end of the bullpen, yeah, Bautista had a terrible season. That's okay, it happens. As long as we can dominate in the postseason, but I don't know if we will, but you never know. We got Bradley versus Dylan Cease. Game 1 is a 12-5 loss, so it looks like we're going to lose this next game here. Whitlock versus Fried, and we do. Yeah, we got absolutely destroyed. Our pitching was terrible. Absolutely terrible our pitching was. Yeah, not very good whatsoever. Chase Petty was terrible. Oof. And then here, Bautista blew the game. 5 runs? That's not good, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yikes. Okay. Oof. Let's see our lineups. I mean, honestly, the hitting was okay for the most part, except Josh Lowe wasn't very good. Will Myers. And we hit the ball all right. Our pitching was the problem. Our pitching was brutal. Starters were okay, I guess. But yeah, Chase Petty, not good. Yeah, literally everyone in our bullpen was terrible. Yeah, okay. I guess we need to address that can of worms somehow, some way. I guess we'll go another season or two. I mean, Giants beat the Angels. We got to the postseason, which was solid, but I mean, the ultimate goal is to win a World Series, so we've got to see if we can be able to do that in the next couple seasons with the cheap budget. So we'll keep going. Upon us again, I offered a couple of our guys exclusive contracts. I'm trying to think of what we would want to do here. Do I want to get like a... I definitely want to get a relief pitcher. Michael King. Honestly, if I get Michael King, he could be like our big signing, I guess, so to speak. Because I do need some bullpen help, as you guys saw. It was brutal. So, I mean, I'll throw him a contract, see if he wants to come to our team. That's one thing to do. I'm trying to think if we need it. Maybe we need a catcher. Is there any catchers out there we could sign? Maybe Carson Kelly, throw him a contract. You know, nothing too expensive, but there's something decent there for him. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we would want to do. I don't think so. I think we're okay. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, do we want to make a couple trades? I mean, there's maybe some trades we can make. I mean, we could move Garrett Whitlock and then try to get a different starting pitcher, or move Brian Anderson, because we could do that. I don't know. There's options. Zach Jackson. Want to move him? I don't know. I mean, I'm looking. Is there anybody that we might want to move? I guess this guy, Joe Dunan, if we can just trade him for like a cheaper guy. I mean, yeah, I would do anything to get rid of this guy off my team. So we'll just do this with Pirates and get a shortstop. Just for a little extra budget saving. Because right now, if we look at our budget, obviously $27 million, but that's going to change. It's probably going to be around like 70-something million. So, and we'll make more moves again once we get to the start of the season. But yeah, I did offer some contracts. Let's see what ends up happening. I'll catch up with you guys on the D-Lo in a moment. 4th season here, and I mean, if we take a look at the lineups, I mean, it's not terrible. I did pick up a couple guys like Luke Voigt, because I lost Harold Ramirez in free agency, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. I would like to see that guy though, Tommy Reeves, at some point come on up to the MLB. That would be really cool if we can get him on the squad. Let's take a look at our rotation. I mean, Taj Bradley, Garrett Whitlock, Drew Rasmussen, I think that's pretty solid. I don't like our back end of the bullpen rotation that much. And our bullpen, I mean, on paper is okay, but it's better on paper than in practice, of course. We've got Ryan Presley to add, so that's pretty cool. Of course, we don't have a lot of people, so it's going to be, the game's going to be complaining about players. That's going to be fun. How's our budget looking? $68 million right now? It's not too bad. I mean, our most expensive player right now is Tyler Stevenson. He's going to be a free agent, though. This could be our last season. Because I don't know what the heck we're going to do after this. Our team should be super bad. So if we have any, this is our best chance to win it. So we hopefully can be good. That's all I can hope for. So I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We'll probably make a couple moves then to improve the team if we need to. 47 and 43, not great, but we're also not even in a wild card spot. So we're looking pretty bad right now. It's looking kind of glim, kind of bleak. Stephen Kwan's been great. I will say that. Josh Lowe and has been awesome as well. But again, these guys are all, well, Tyler Stevens is going to be a free agent. But he's going to want a decent amount of money, I would think. It's going to be tough. Luke Voigt's been good. Pena's been solid this year. Brian Anderson's been pretty good. Carson Kelly at the bench been solid. Kyle's Bell. Yeah, our bench been good except for Lever Puguero. He's been very good. Yeah, let's see our rotation. Bradley, not bad. Could be better. Garrett Whitlock, I think I might move him. He just hasn't been that good for us. Yeah, we definitely need some more pitching. Justice Sheffield's terrible. Lyles hasn't been good. Our bullpen has been very iffy. I mean, Bautista's been okay this year. Presley's been great. And Zach Jackson's having a great season as well. So, I mean, yeah, we could try to move Whitlock. Throw him in a package deal. And Jordan Lyles, who's making a decent amount of money. And maybe Mike Mayers. And try to get a better starting pitcher that's not that expensive. I mean, Kyle Wright would be cool because he's been pretty good this year. Jack Flaherty, not that great. So, David Peterson, not that great. Spencer Turnbull has been pretty solid. You get him, Ortiz, and I don't even know. Who else would I would want? Garrett Cleavinger? That would work. I do need relief pitching. I don't have that, so I think we'll do that. We just get Turnbull and Ortiz and Garrett Cleavinger for Whitlock, Lyles, and Mike Myers. So we do save a little bit of budget by doing that, which our budget, by the way, player salaries is $74 million. So it's a little high, but it's not that bad if you think about it. It's really not that bad. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep simulating the season. I mean, we gotta hope that we can make the postseason this year. This could be our last year, if anything. If I decide to do one more year, then next year will be the last year. We're not doing more than 5, so we'll see what ends up happening. In the postseason again, 86 and 76 as a wildcard team taking on the Padres. So, I mean, at least we made the postseason 2 years in a row. Stephen Kwan led the league in bat average, means he's going to have the batting title. Will Smith, who I would have loved to have had him on my team, but yeah, he's got that big contract now. Award, Stephen Kwan batting title. That's pretty cool to see. Lineups and rotations. Let's start the rotation. The starters, I mean, Ortiz and Chase Petty. A little bit scary on that back front of it, but the top half, not too bad. Not sure where Spencer Turnbull is. Okay, he's in the minors right now. Okay. Justice Sheffield, not been very good. I might move him to the playoff roster and just have, what's it called? Yeah, Cleavinger wasn't very good with us. Nick Martinez, not a good year. Presley and Jackson were pretty solid. Jackson, 49 saves. Lineup-wise, Monahan was pretty good. Mitchell, Kwan was great. Josh Lowe was great. Stevenson, solid, even though in season cold. Voigt was good. Durin was good. Brian Anderson was good. Junior. Look at Junior. 309 average. I'd love to see that from him. All right, we got to go to the roster. We're going to move Justice off the playoff roster, and we're going to add on Spencer Turnbull. So we'll do that, add him to the roster, and remove just Sheffield from the playoff roster. We'll do that. Turnbull a little bit better. So, all right. The question is, can we beat the Padres? I don't know. It's going to be tough, but how was their team? Padres 89-win team. We'll see what ends up happening. We got Bradley versus Webb, game 1, and we lose 3-2 in extra innings or in the 9th. Zach Jackson, blown save. Very MLB The Show like. Very, very MLB The Show like. Do or die game 2 right here. We need to win this one to force a game 3. Edward Cabrera versus David Peterson, and we lose 8-0. We get embarrassed. Wow, we got embarrassed. We couldn't score. That's unfortunate. It's not looking good for the Moneyball team. We had some guys not hitting the ball that well. Anderson didn't get a single hit. Myers 0 for 4. Our rotation, a lot left to be desired. Edward Cabrera was terrible. Bradley was good, but Chase Petty, Cleavinger was good. Zach Jackson was terrible. Unfortunately. Do we do one more season? I think we do one more season. Let's do one more season. Always win the World Series again. We'll do one more. See if we can maybe somehow, some way clutch it out with our team. It's going to be tough, but we'll see what ends up happening. See, I mean, is there anything we'd want to do? I guess there is, but the problem is I just can't spend too much money doing it. I'll throw Ian Anderson a contract if he wants to come here. I might have to do the cheese, which is offer these guys long contracts, player options, but the problem is I don't want to offer too many guys. I mean, I guess I could throw Ian Anderson a contract. That's about it. I don't want to throw anybody else. I mean, we try to get these guys back on our team, but I want to make sure our budget's still relatively not that expensive, so that's going to be the problem. I mean, might have to look to see if we can we get to all of them, which is pretty cool. Yeah, if we look at our budget right now, we're at $53 million, and there's still plenty more pending, so that's another thing that we might have to kind of consider. So if there's anybody that we can move, probably going to move Garrett Cooper, Jeffries, and Martinez. We could throw those guys in a trade and get somebody. I mean, that'd be helpful. All right, I'm going to do this deal here with the Phillies. We're going to get Jack Leiter, Eric Miller, and Steven Montenegro for Garrett Cooper, Dalton Jeffries, and Nick Martinez. We're going to get Julius Rojas, Cesar Rodriguez, and Luis Delgado for Jace Vines. Just some bullpen depth because we need relief pitchers. So that's it for moves. We're just trying to get Drew Rasmussen back on the team, and then we're kind of just going to go from there. At the final season here, I don't see our team being good enough, but you never know. I lost Drew Rasmussen as well. We did get Trace Thompson to add to our lineup, so he'll be a new starting right fielder. But other than that, I mean, Garrett Mitchell. Where's what's his face? Brian Anderson. Oh, there he is. Okay, Garrett Mitchell, Brian Anderson, Stephen Kwan. Because bro, they look alike. Holy shit. Stephen Kwan, Josh Lowe, Tyler Stevenson, Luke Voigt, Trace Thompson, Ezekiel Duran, Jeremy Pena. It's not bad of a lineup on paper. I mean, the rotation, the bullpen look fine for the most part. We'll see what ends up happening there. Our budget is at $80 million, which is a lot. That's a lot for player salaries, but it's still under 100. We're still playing Moneyball here, trying to stay kind of conservative, but could definitely use a little bit. We could do a little bit of a trade here if we really wanted to. But I kind of went for a little bit. I mean, Justice Sheffield, I definitely want him waived and gone off my team. That would be great if we can get rid of him. I mean, do I need Ryan Presley anymore? Probably not. So we could probably move him. And I mean, I guess that would be about it. Move Ryan Presley for, I don't know, prospects. Just we shade a little bit of money. No, can't. What don't we have a position for? Left fielder? Give me the worst left fielder. Injury situation, injury. Okay, none of these guys want to make a trade with Ryan Presley. Okay, that's fine. Listen, we're just going to sim to the All-Star break, and we'll make some moves then. Shed some more budget, get that stuff down. But, again, maybe we can make the team postseason a wild card, but we got to be able to get out of that wild card round to do so. Let's only skip past the All-Star break a little bit. We were 40... We were 43 and 47. Now we're 46 and 48, which isn't great at all. I mean, we're 3 games out of a wild card, which is not bad, but definitely not good enough. And, we're going to have to try to make a couple moves here. The question is, what's the right move to do? I mean, I don't know. Jeremy Pena might have to go. He just might have to go. Trace Thompson. I just got to get, guys that... I mean, Luke Voigt can go. Yeah, we got to just get some guys that are having good seasons that are cheaper. That's just the end of the... This is the end of the road. So, we kind of just have to do that. Our budget, $87 million. Oh, yeah, we definitely got to move some guys. Josh Bradley's having a bad year. He's making a lot of money, so maybe move him. Ian Anderson hasn't been very good. We move him. Chase Petty's been terrible, but he's not making a lot of money. Yeah, wow, our pitching has been brutal. Oh, God, nobody's been good. All right, we got to make some moves. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm not really sure what the right move is, but it's going to be a series of trades here. So let's see what's out there in the market. All right, we're going to make this move here. We're going to get Noel V. Marte for Pena, Cave, and Presley. Marte's having a solid year. Kind of just a desperate move here. Maybe a little bit, shed a little bit of budget, but that's kind of just about it with that move. So that's our first trade. Get Lars Nootbaar for Thompson, Myers, and Norman Monahan. Also get Alex Vizcaino Hancock from the White Sox for Bryce Montes de Oca, Justice Sheffield, and John Gray. I'm going to grab Oswaldo Cabrera from the Blue Jays for Luke Voigt and Jacob Amaya. So that's it for moves. I think we shedded a little bit of budget there. We're down to $74 million. Which is not crazy, but honestly, I mean, we'd be lucky if we make the postseason. I guess we'll find out. Our lineup, I guess, looks a little bit better. I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera's going to be playing first. Works for me. Rotation. I mean, Emerson Hancock's now in there. We'll see what ends up happening. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Maybe we can make a wild card. Couldn't get the job done. Couldn't make the postseason. And accidentally sent past the regular season. Not that it matters. I guess we could show you guys how they did. I mean, Lars was pretty solid. Steven Kwan. Josh Lowe was really good. Stevenson was okay. Durant was solid. I feel like our offense wasn't that bad. Campusano was average off the bench. This guy wasn't very good. Shea. Yeah, our bench wasn't crazy. Our rotation, we look at it. I mean, Taj, 13 and 10. Cabrera, Anderson, Emerson Hancock. Yeah, our rotation bullpen weren't good. We got Luis Ortiz up here. He got called up. He didn't pitch. Max Turnbull was okay. Lance was solid. Ferguson wasn't good. Bautista, another terrible season. Zach Jackson, not bad. 44 saves. But, yeah, not good enough to win, unfortunately. And as you saw, I already went past. Didn't make the postseason. So, Giants win the World Series. That was our 5th and final year of the Moneyball Challenge, a.k.a. trying to make as cheap of a team as possible to win a World Series. And we couldn't even be the cheapest team, which was kind of funny. We tried our best, but unfortunately, we were only able to get to the postseason twice. So, what are you going to do? Let's go to the full screen and close the video. All right, guys, well, hope you enjoyed this challenge. I tried to do something a little bit different, try to make a less expensive team, and, well, at least made the postseason twice, but not much else to show for it. Didn't get a single win when we were there. But anyways, I don't know. If you guys enjoyed the video, nevertheless, leave a like, subscribe, comment on those videos, go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel. Down below in the description if you like other content by TJP. I'm going to head on out, everybody. We'll take care and see you soon. Peace.